Fourier cosine transform and its inverse. Fourier cosine transform is denoted by using this notation. It is same as the Fourier transform notation. Now here we will use C as suffix. So for the Fourier cosine transform of the function f of x is equal to fc omega. Same f omega with c at the bottom position. Okay. We will write C as suffix, which is equal to square root of 2 by pi. The formula is integral from 0 to infinity f of x cos omega x with respect to x. Okay. This is the Fourier cosine transform of a function of x, and it is denoted by fc omega, which is equal to root 2 by pi square root of 2 by pi integral from 0 not minus infinity to infinity. It is from 0 to infinity f of x cos omega x dx. Now the Fourier inverse cosine transform is denoted by using the same letter with an inverse sign on the top of fc omega is equal to f of x. The Fourier inverse cosine transform of fc omega is f of x, and which is equal to square root of 2 by pi, same integral from 0 to infinity. Here we have fc omega cos omega x with respect to omega. Now similarly we can write Fourier sine transform and its inverse. Therefore we have Fourier sine transform and its inverse. Fourier sine transform is denoted by using the same notation with the s on the top. Fourier sine transform of the function f of x is denoted by f omega with the s suffix, which is equal to integral from square root of 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity f of x sine omega x dx. Fourier sine transform is denoted as using this notation of f of x, which is equal to fs omega, which is equal to root 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity f of x sine omega x dx. Now inverse Fourier sine transform is denoted by using the same letter with an inverse sign on the top of fs omega, which is equal to f of x, and which is equal to square root of 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity fs omega sine omega x with respect to omega. Therefore, inverse Fourier sine transform is denoted by using this notation of fs omega is equal to f of x, which is equal to root 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity fs omega sine omega x dx. Sorry, sine omega x d omega. Now using these formulas we can do some problems. First one is find Fourier cosine and sine transform of f of x is equal to e raised to minus kx, where x is greater than 0 and the k is also greater than 0. First of all, we have Fourier cosine transform. Okay, the Fourier cosine transform is denoted using this letter of f of x. It is equal to, the formula is fc omega, which is equal to square root of 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity f of x cos omega x dx, and which is equal to square root of 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity. In the place of f of x we have e raised to minus kx cos omega x dx. Now we can integrate this. This is of the form integral e raised to ax cos bx dx, which is equal to e raised to ax by a square plus b square a cos bx plus b sin bx. Here we must use this formula directly by putting a is equal to minus k and b equal to omega. Therefore, we will get root 2 by pi. After integrating, we will get like this: e raised to, in the place of a we have minus k x divided by a square plus b square, that is minus k the whole square plus b square is omega square. Now a cos bx, that is minus k cos omega x plus b, that is plus omega sin omega x. Now limit from 0 to infinity. Here only substitute a is equal to minus k and b is equal to omega in this formula. Okay. Now applying the limits. First upper limit to x. Then we get e raised to minus k into infinity, that is e raised to minus infinity. Then minus lower limit. Lower limit is e raised to minus 0. In the place of x we have 0. Therefore e raised to minus k into 0 divided by k square plus omega square. Then again minus k into cos 0 plus omega into sin 0. Okay. Now we have square root of 2 by pi into e raised to minus infinity is 0, that we already know. E raised to minus 0 is 1 minus 1 by k square plus omega square into minus k into cos 0 is 1. Therefore minus k into 1 plus omega into sin 0 is 0. Again we can write this as root 2 by pi into minus 1 by k square plus omega square into minus k, isn't it? Which is equal to root 2 by pi into minus into minus plus k by k square plus omega square. That is the final answer, that is the Fourier cosine transform. Next we have Fourier sine transform of the same function. Fourier sine transform. The Fourier sine transform is denoted by using this notation. Fourier sine transform of f of x is equal to f suffix x omega, which is equal to root 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity f of x sine omega x dx. It is equal to root 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity. In the place of f of x we have e raised to minus kx sine omega x dx. Here we will use the formula integral e raised to ax sine bx dx, which is equal to e raised to ax by a square plus b square a sine bx minus b cos bx. Here in the place of a we have minus k. In the place of b we have omega. So substituting the formula directly, we will get e raised to minus kx by minus k the whole square plus in the place of omega we have omega square. A means minus k sine omega x minus the place of b we have omega cos omega x. Now limit from 0 to infinity. Now root 2 by pi into first upper limit, that is e raised to minus infinity. Now infinity by, we can write k square plus omega square, okay, e raised to minus infinity. Then minus lower limit, before applying lower limit we will put a minus sign, then a bracket, then e raised to minus k into 0, that is e raised to minus 0 by k square plus omega square, that is minus k the whole square is k square plus omega square into minus k sine omega into 0, that is sine 0 minus omega into cos omega into 0, that is cos 0. Okay. Your minus sign is applicable for these two terms, so I am writing like this. Now e raised to minus infinity, that we already know it is 0. So for the first term becomes equal to 0. Therefore we have root 2 by pi into 0 minus e raised to minus 0 is 1. Therefore we have 1 by k square plus omega square into minus k into 0, isn't it? Minus k into sine 0 is 0, minus omega into cos 0 is 1. Is equal to root 2 by pi into minus 1 by k square plus omega square into minus k into 0, 0, then minus omega, which is equal to root 2 by pi into minus into minus plus, therefore omega by k square plus omega square, that is the final answer. Next question, find the Fourier cosine transform of f of x is equal to x in the interval 0 to 1 and 2 minus x in the interval 1 to 2 and 0 again in the interval 2 to infinity. Okay, x greater than 2 means 2 to infinity. Okay, now the solution, Fourier cosine transform of f of x is equal to fc omega. Now the formula is square root of 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity f of x cos omega x dx, and which is equal to root 2 by pi. Now integral from 0 to infinity can be divided into 3, 0 to 1, then 1 to 2, then 2 to infinity. Therefore we can divide this, that is 0 to 1 plus 1 to 2 plus 2 to infinity of f of x cos omega x dx. Now again dividing square root of 2 by pi into integral from 0 to 1. From 0 to 1 the value of the function is x, therefore x cos omega x dx. Then from 1 to 2, 1 to 2 the value of the function is 2 minus x, therefore we have 2 minus x cos omega x dx. Then from 2 to infinity, from 2 to infinity the value of the function is 0, therefore 0 cos omega x dx. Now integrating each term by term. Is equal to root 2 by pi into Integral from 0 to 1 x cos omega x dx can be integrated using the formula integral uv first function integral of second minus derivative of first integral of second plus derivative integral minus etc. Okay. Therefore here we will take x as u and cos omega x as v. Okay. Therefore first function, that is x, integral of the second. Integral of cos omega is sin omega x divided by omega, then minus sin. Now derivative of x, that is 1, integral of the second function, that is integral of sin omega x is minus cos omega x divided by, already we have an omega here, therefore omega into omega, that is omega square. Then plus derivative of this term, derivative of 1 is 0, therefore we can stop there. That is the case of integral from 0 to 1, therefore we must apply the limits. Okay. Then plus, for integral from 1 to 2, 2 minus x is the term u and cos omega x will act as v. So I am doing first term, that is 2 minus x, integral of the second, integral of cos omega is again sin omega x by omega, then minus derivative of this, derivative of 2 minus x is minus 1 into integral of the second, that is minus cos, integral of sin omega is minus cos omega x by, already we have an omega, then divide by omega, that is omega square, then plus derivative of minus 1 is 0. There also we must apply the limits 1 to 2. Now closing the brackets. Now we can apply the limits. First of all the upper limit, then the lower limit. This root 2 by pi into first upper limit to x, 1 into sin omega into 1 by omega. Okay. Then plus minus minus plus cos omega into 1 by omega square. Then lower limit, that is minus 0 to x, that is 0 itself. Then plus cos omega into 0, that is cos 0 by omega square. Now for the second term we have 2 minus x. Applying the upper limit, 2 minus 2, that is 0. 0. Then plus minus, this minus cos omega into 2, isn't it? Divided by omega square. Now the lower limit, before applying lower limit we will put a minus sign, then a bracket. That is applying lower limit to x, that is 2 minus 1 is 1 sin omega into 1 divided by omega, then plus minus cos omega into 1 by omega square. Utmost care must be taken while we doing these type of problems. Okay. Now again simplifying, we will get root 2 by pi into sin omega by omega, 1 into sin omega by omega, plus cos omega by omega square, then minus cos 0 is 1, minus 1 by omega square, then minus cos 2 omega by omega square, then minus sin omega by omega, then plus cos omega by omega square. which is equal to root 2 by pi into, here we can cancel sin omega by omega and minus sin omega by omega. The other terms are, here we have two terms of cos omega by omega square, therefore 2 omega by omega square. Then minus 1 by omega square. Then minus cos 2 omega by omega square. Now we can take omega square as the common term, so that in the numerator we have 2 cos omega minus 1 minus cos 2 omega. That is the final answer. Now a third question. Find the Fourier sine and cosine transform of f of x is equal to 1 for 0 less than x less than a and 0 for x greater than a. First of all, Fourier cosine transform. The formula is Fourier cosine transform of f of x, which is equal to root 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity f of x cos omega x dx, which is equal to root 2 by pi into integral from 0 to infinity can be written as integral from 0 to a plus a to infinity f of x cos omega x dx. We will write like this. Now equal to root 2 by pi into, from 0 to a we have the value of the function as 1. Therefore 1 into cos omega x dx. Now from a to infinity the value of the function is 0. Therefore we will not consider it. Okay. Therefore we have root 2 by pi into integral from 0 to a cos omega x dx. Which is equal to root 2 by pi into integral from 0 to a cos omega x. Integral of cos omega is sin omega x divided by omega and limit from 0 to a. It is root 2 by pi into, now applying the limits, here 1 by omega is a constant, take it outside. Now applying limit to x only, therefore sin omega into a minus, applying the over limit, we get sin omega into 0. Root 2 by pi is a constant term for both the terms. For root 2 by pi into 1 by omega into the bracket we have sin a omega. Okay. Or we can write this as root 2 by pi into sin a omega by omega. That is Fourier cosine transform. Next we have Fourier sine transform. Fourier sine transform is denoted by using this notation. Fourier sine transform of f of x, which is equal to root 2 by pi integral from 0 to infinity f of x sin omega x dx. It is equal to root 2 by pi into, now the limit from 0 to infinity can be written as 0 to a, then from a to infinity f of x sin omega x dx. Now it is equal to root 2 by pi into integral from 0 to a. From 0 to a, value of the function is 1. Is 1 into sine omega x dx. Plus from a to infinity, the value of the function is 0. Therefore, we will not consider it. Therefore, only we have one term, 0 to a 1 into sine omega x dx. It is root 2 by pi integral from 0 to a sine omega x dx. That is root 2 by pi into, it is the integral of sine omega x, that is minus cos omega x by omega, a limit from 0 to a. That is equal to root 2 by pi into 1 by omega is a constant, minus cos omega into a, then minus sine, then minus cos omega into 0. That is root 2 by pi into 1 by omega into minus cos a omega plus cos 0 is 1. Therefore, we have root 2 by pi into 1 minus cos a omega by omega. That is the final answer. Okay.